Hey, Nathan O'Connell here. I want to help you to change your state in 3 steps. Simple. Let's get into it. Have you ever noticed that the way we often look at the world is usually as a result of our state of mind at the time? Thinking back to a couple of experiences that you've had, were you ever caught in a low or bad mood and you noticed that on those days even the smallest thing would set you off? How was your productivity the last time that you felt mentally and physically drained? Or perhaps you can actually think of a day where everything went your direction. It seemed to flow effortlessly. Where were you in your mind on those days as those events were happening? That's what I want to talk to you about today, is 3 simple steps to make sure that you're in charge of the state that you're actually experiencing on that day. So therefore, even the bad days, you can actually turn them around altogether into maybe amazing days. The bad days are segues to something amazing a lot of the time. Problems often present huge opportunities that if you're in the right place at that time in your head, or you have the ability to see where you are, what's happening, and where you want to be, you can really create that kind of day that you're wanting to live. The 3 steps in a nutshell are monitoring and being aware of your state. Step 2, changing your focus. And step 3, moving your body. If you're monitoring yourself, sounds a bit heavy, but if you're actually aware, you have an ability to actually put yourself in the driving seat of your daily experience, making sure that the person driving the bus is the rational, problem-solving, most productive version of yourself, not the highly sensitive, overcharged, emotional side of our character that is in all of us, albeit we have practice using one side of our brain or the other. Being able to actually choose your state, being aware of the things that can actually impact upon it, will really ensure that you're lining yourself up to be the most productive and happy version of yourself that day. 2, change your focus. What's setting you off is often what you're thinking about most. If you keep zooming in on the things that have upset you, you replay it again in your mind, and you start to feel all those emotions coming up again. Like you're starting to get caught in a really negative loop. Like on playback, you have no choice but to not just experience the event once and the emotion once and move on. You're experiencing the event 100 times in a day, or if you're one for carrying grudges, maybe 1,000 times in a lifetime. You have to be able to recognize the event happened once, your response to it happened once. How you move from there will dictate the outcome of the rest of your day. So changing your focus is one of the most powerful elements involved in being able to change your state. So you're not being caught on a negative loop, just on rewind. Experience the ups and downs of the emotional roller coaster that is someone upset me, or they slighted me in some shape or form, or whatever types of nasty resentment that might actually creep in just to a normal interaction during the day that really may not have been intended, but our emotional brain picked it up as such. Number 3, move your body. Exercise is one of the most centering and grounding things you can do with yourself. It will massively uplift the body and dramatically change the biochemistry in your body to allow you the mental freedom to use the problem-solving and logical side of your brain, the part of your brain that is actually generally pretty good at that stuff, without all the excess emotion, because you've actually channeled it into something positive for yourself. Now, it's not easy for everybody to get exercise if they're in the office or if they're injured or ill or anything, but what you can do is look at breathing exercises. Close your eyes, take some large breaths to the bottom of your lungs, start being present in your physical body, focus entirely on that. This is one of the really important elements to completely changing the whole paradigm that you're actually experiencing at that time. Being aware of it really has to be number 1. Change your focus, change your state, move your body, change your circumstance, create space for your problem-solving, logical, extremely productive mind to actually do its thing. I'm not saying emotion is a bad thing, but sometimes it's incredibly over-responsive and not very useful in all situations. So there it is, 3 steps to changing your state.